Okay, so this one is 4E0 software. So this one's also the A version that has the F plus. So I'm going to put it into my 2006 Audi A8 with a non-A version. Okay, so we plugged it in now. This is the new head unit with the A version. Okay, so this one is the English version. I'm pretty sure about that. Let's do car. Perfect. So the sound doesn't work. Reboot it and see what happens. Setup, setting. This one does not have voice command. Menu language, English. Measurement units, voice command on. Version. Wow, 461. So it's all good. So now all we need to do is to fix the navigation. And this one is from USA, Cary, Connecticut. App info. So the navigation is working. Receive satellite 8, that's good. AM, FM, no sound, just like we expected. CD. So when it's the component protection is on, the CD doesn't work, it doesn't play, it stay at pause. Let's see if the Bluetooth is working or not. So let's look here, the Bluetooth is connected. The Bluetooth is connected, but no sound. Let's call my daughter.
Hello, Dad?
Alright, it's working. Thank you. The backup camera works. The backup is working. So all we need to do is to fix the sound. Component protection. Okay, so this one is A8, A version, the control head, and fault code, component protection, just like what we expected. Okay, so I have to reprogram the old EEPROM to the new head unit. We can check now. Control head, fault code. So no more component protection. Wow. Everything is already there. Component protection is gone. So what we do is that if we get the same software for the car, then all we need to do is to program the old one onto the new one. And the component protection is gone. Okay, so we put back. All we need to do is to reboot and the sound is back. So we don't really need to use the VCDS to actually turn anything on this 4E0 software. So we don't really need anything. No VCDS is required. The sound will come back. Okay, so let's see what's missing. Car, still there. System, battery still there. Tire pressure monitoring still there. Instrument cluster, the warning still there. Exterior lighting, central locking still there. Battery level still there. Background lighting still there. Parking system still there. So let's do backing. Beauty, graphics, rear view, mode, navigation, nav info.
Navigation is not active.
Alright, so now we can play CD. AM, FM. So let's look at the source. Our Bluetooth connection with the TV tuner. Yes, we can. Okay, so the first one we need to do is to drop this glove box. And we're going to pry this open and take this out. So there are two torques that actually holding this whole thing in place. So we can remove the CD changer. I prefer to remove everything. So if you look under here, there's 3 of the torques, and inside there are 2 more behind these. Alright, so total is 5 plus 2. Yes, as soon as you get all of them out, this one will fall out. All we need to do is wiggle it and take it out. Okay? Okay, so after we drop this, then we can see the head unit in the back here. So now we need to remove every Torx T8. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you need to unscrew all 5 of these out. Okay, so when all of them is removed, you can just lift this up. And you can see your EEPROM is there. It's TSOP, which is a smaller size. Buy a USB called CH341A programmer. So this one is for the 24 series and the 25 series EEPROM, or they call it I2C. The wiring is that you need to put all those 4 wires in here if you don't have a soldering iron. So here's I'm going to show you how to put them. So you need 4 wires, and this one called a 30 gauge, which is very small, and you need to strip both sides. So I'm going to show you how to. Okay, so this is called a wire stripper. So you're going to strip one end, maybe half of an inch, and then the other side is the side you're going to put into the via. So 1/4 inch, like that. Alright, all 4 of them. Okay, so this one here, we're going to put number 8. So it's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's the first 8. So you put 1 in first, that's number 8. You bend them and you put them in. Make sure it's in the metal when you close this. So you need a number 4, number 5, number 6, 7 you don't use, and then number 8. When you put them all in already, you can just close them. Make sure they don't fall out. Alright, well you need 2 hands. Bend them and twist them so I can put it in to make sure it make good contact. Single wire on this one is a little well in place and they don't cross each other. The best one you want to do, if you can solder, is to solder into the hole. That's make better contact. But actually this one is actually good enough. Okay, so this number 4, which is the ground, we're going to put it there. Electrical tape, and tape that to make sure that it doesn't move or yanked out. Do not make a mistake between the VCC, which is pin 8. So the pin 8 is on that, and we're going to tape it in here. The same with the pin. The pin 5 is the first resistor, and on the other side there's a via. You want to plug it in. I need to bend this one a little. So now I have VCC. Make sure between those two there's a via. Okay, that via is not. So now I have all the ground, the VCC, pin 5, pin 6, they're all taped down, and they should make contact. So now we can do the reading and programming. This via, the first one here is VCC, and this pin 5, and this is pin 6. And this one is ground on the way over here, which is pin 4. Since this voltage is going to power the whole board, so the best one is to do it in the first 2 minutes before the power you start to turn on all the other capacitors and they become unstable. So now we're going to plug it in after you install the USB driver. And if your VCC is correct, so when you plug into the USB, the red light here will be on, and on your board, this light is also on. This one will light up. This one right here will light up. So that means it's good. Remember, this voltage here, 3 volts, but when it starts to leave it for a long time, it will decay due to the fan out to all of these power over here, all of these chips. that use the same 3.3 volts, but it's not strong enough so that it will decay to 2 volt, which means that when you read, it's going to be horrible. So wrong data. So do it in the first 15 seconds to a minute or even 2 minutes. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to go to the website that sell the programmer and download the drivers. Okay, so the one that you want to get is 2009. So what you're going to do is you're going to install this one. So click install. So when you install it already, then the USB driver is there. So go and get the version. So the version they give you is 1.18. Version you want 1.34. You need to plug in the device and then you can hear it. So now we're going to open this up. The one that we have is 64A and it's not 64 only, okay? So we have to choose Atmel AT24C 64A. Now we want to make sure that it works first. Okay, so this is I'm going to read it. Read it again. Good. Save. So we're going to save A8 dot bin. All right, we're going to read again, save again. Let's unplug it and plug it back in. So let's see if we read the same. Save 8 2 bin. So the next one we want to do is to get a software. It's called Hex Editor. We have to download it, install it, and this is the one. We're going to compare all of the image that we extracted from data comparison. Compare A8 bin, and let's try A8 bin 3. So what happened? It's different. So let's check. Compare bin to bin 1. Okay. So the last one, because we waited for a long time, so that's a problem. So always program in the first minute or so, or read. All right, so the first 3 are good. The last one is bad. It's to delete bin 3. So we don't have any mistake. Okay, so now we're gonna program the old EEPROM to the new one. So I'm gonna plug it in, read it. We're gonna open our A8 and we're gonna write it. So if you look here, this is our model without the A. Okay, so we're gonna unplug and plug it back in and read to make sure the program inside this new EEPROM is good, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're gonna read now. So we're gonna save it as program A8, A8, A. So we're gonna read again. So we're gonna unplug and we're gonna compare. We're gonna compare A8 bin, our original one, with the one we program in here. Yep, so it's good. Now we can put it in the car. Let's recap on this one. If you have the original image from your head unit, you can put on any head unit with the same model, even with different software. The only difference is that you may need the VCDS to enable the hidden menu. The hidden menu is to enable the suspension if it's missing and any other menu on the original one. I use this to do on both Q7 software and A8 software, and they came out just fine.